you may have heard the term no code being used a lot recently. It's a topic that has generated a lot of interest and is the focus of our next entrepreneur, Dushyant Bhatia from BHATIA Labs. So Dushyant has already experienced a great deal of success with another venture, and he's here to tell you a little bit about that and about BHATIA Labs. Dushyant, over to you.
Thank you, Sid. So I will start this pitch by introducing myself. I'm Dushyant Bhatia. I co-founded a digital-first creative agency in 2010 and have scaled it to 3 countries with over 180 plus team members and over $10 million in annual revenues. Over time, I realized it was difficult to scale further as our prices were getting higher and smaller businesses could not afford us anymore. And that is how BHATIA Labs was born. BHATIA Labs was formed in November 2018 to cater to the needs of 3 kinds of customers across the globe. Small businesses like salons, spas, groceries, plumbing companies, etc. Professionals like dentists, real estate brokers, insurance brokers, etc. And resellers like freelancers and boutique agencies who could sell our products and services to their clients and while making a decent margin on them. Our vision is to provide affordable, on-demand and no-code solutions with a cancel anytime policy for small businesses and non-tech entrepreneurs globally. To achieve this vision, we have introduced 3 offerings: Designo.com, Bana.com, and serverfellows.com. Designo. With Designo.com, we hope to disrupt the design agency model. For a fixed fee of $369 a month, we provide unlimited designs, unlimited revisions, no long-term contracts, and a cancel anytime policy. Imagine having a 100% multi-skilled remote design team working on your brand at a fraction of a cost that you'd be paying to a full-time designer. This is how Designo.com works. We have built our own proprietary dashboard where users can log in after subscribing to our service. All they have to do is submit a design request. They can have an online chat with their account managers and get their work done. Once the creatives are approved, we move on to the next request in the queue. No phone support, no email support, no meetings. Everything happens via our dashboard online. It is a truly 100% remote and a process-driven productized service which could be scaled globally. Bana.com. Our next product is a no-code website builder which allows non-tech and small entrepreneurs to get their own website up and running within a day. How are we different from other website builders out there? Our revolutionary drag and drop technology is a key differentiator. Let me show you with a small 20-second video. We have built blocks for each and every component of a website, like navigation bar, header, contact form, team, testimonials, etc. As you can see, creating a website is so easy that users can drag and drop different components, different blocks for each component of the website. All the user has to do now is just change the color, font, content, and upload the images. As you can see in this video, we just created a simple landing page structure in 20 seconds. Some other competitive advantages that we have against our peers. Many of you must have heard about WordPress. It's a great platform. However, it has a lot of challenges when it comes to do-it-yourself or non-tech entrepreneurs. To make a website on WordPress, one needs to buy web hosting, install WordPress, install a theme, customize the theme, install plugins, and finally keep on updating the plugins and themes to avoid having any kind of security issues. A spa owner or an accountant or any other small business owner neither has time nor capabilities to do all of the above. And that's where we come into picture. When it comes to other cloud hosting website builders like Squarespace, Wix, Weebly, etc., the problem is that the themes are beautiful, but they are not conversion friendly. Whenever you try to customize the theme, the mobile responsiveness gets severely affected, which gives a very bad user experience on mobile and other devices. 70% of all traffic comes via mobile, and Bana ensures that all our blocks are compatible with not only mobile devices, but also iPads and other tabs. Finally, our third offering is web infrastructure support. This is a great add-on for all our Bana users. Once the user gets their websites up and running, the next thing that they look for is email hosting, SSL certificates, cloud storage, etc. Out of all the new business websites that are built on Bana, 45% of them have subscribed to one of the other services of server fellows like email hosting, purchasing SSL certificates, etc. So it's a great upsell, and a recurring nature of revenue makes it pretty lucrative. What have we achieved so far? In the last 18 months, we've introduced 3 brands which have 175 plus paid subscribers, comprising of both businesses and individuals, and contributing to $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue. So every month we're making 10,000 plus in automated monthly recurring revenue via these 175 paid subscribers. We had a good September 2020 as well, where we managed to get 27 new subscribers. By the end of December 2020, we expect to touch a total of 275 paid subscribers. We hope to achieve the break-even point in the year 2023 and hope to cross $2 million in EBITDA in 2024. Our target would be to attain 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2024 to achieve $16 million in revenue. We're seeking $400,000 in exchange for 7.27% in equity. How do we spend that money? 15% of proceeds would go towards our infrastructure cost. 30% would go towards product development. We've launched an e-commerce module on Bana, which is live on beta, but we would be making the same live in Jan 2021 for all the small businesses. So small business owners can now get their own online stores in January with a starting price of $19.99 a month. 35% of our proceeds would go towards marketing and lead generation activities, and 20% would go towards hiring of remote team members, especially the designers for Designo.com. In terms of exit strategy, we anticipate a possible acquisition by a global competitor taking place in 5 to 7 years. Alternatively, we plan to offer a share buyback to all our shareholders investing in this round a few years from now. That's it from my end. I'd just like to end by saying that I have given my last decade to an advertising agency and scaled it to where it is today. And I intend to give my next decade to this venture, and I hope you would be, hope you all would like to join it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dushyant. Thank you. That was excellent. Let's jump straight in. We're running a bit behind on time. We're going to jump straight in with some questions. So let's have a look here. Okay. Can I create an Arabic language website on Bana?
We are working on a multilingual capability. We've actually got a few Arabic websites online right now, but there was some manual involvement from our side. But currently, we are working on a language, a multilingual capability as well. Hopefully, that should go live by December this year.
Excellent. And okay, of the 175 customers that you have, what countries are they from? And can you share a percentage of the countries from where you've got those subscribers?
All our subscribers at the moment are from, I'd say 90% of them are from UAE, primarily because all our advertising, the marketing campaigns that we are running on Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms are primarily in UAE. Apart from that, we've got some customers from India, but all of them have been word of mouth. We've not spent a single marketing dollar exploring other countries. At the moment, our core focus is UAE and then GCC. We'd like to be a market leader in GCC before we explore other markets.
Great. And what is your valuation?
At the moment, we're running the company at $6 million. This has been in line with all our other peers. In fact, most of the peers have been able to raise the money at this valuation by just having a prototype. We have these 3 brands and also a decent monthly recurring revenue.
I think there's an interesting point to make on valuations as well. So for those of you that don't know, there are, for certain businesses, discounts available if you invest through the Eureeca platform, depending on how early you come in and invest in the deal. So BHATIA does have a small discount available if you go check it out on the Eureeca website. There also, if you are investing a larger sum of money, there is a threshold over which you're able to discuss specific terms. So if that applies to you, please do contact us or reach out to Dushyant directly, or any of our other entrepreneurs for that matter. Okay, what is your customer acquisition?
At the moment, we are looking at. I'm talking about CPL first. That's a cost per lead. So each lead comes in at $12, and our conversion rate on an average is 12%. So that's approximately $15 into $120.
Okay. And what type of payment gateway integrations do you support specifically in the UAE?
At the moment, we've actually formed a US-based company. So we are using Stripe as our payment gateway.
Okay. Can new customers migrate their current website to your website?
Not at this point. We are currently developing that. However, we have this option of users migrating from our website, from our platform to other hosting if they choose to, which no other cloud hosting website builders have. Currently, we are working on coming up with a module that would allow users to migrate from WordPress to our platform.
Perfect. And okay, there's another one for design. Do you work on Arabic designs or only English? I think you said you're building out some Arabic functionality as we speak, but you've been able to do it.
That's for website builder, but for Designo, we have Arabic designers. So in case you have, in case the design requests come in Arabic, we do it.
Perfect. Thank you. And apologies, that was my misunderstanding. Okay. Okay, so for the UAE customers, you said 90% of your customers are from the UAE. Are those landing pages, or are the websites doing more like e-commerce and so on?
So at the moment, we are not. At the moment, as I mentioned, the e-commerce is in beta. We've just launched 2 e-commerce portals because we've helped them get their web shop up and running. However, the self-serving e-commerce platform would go live in Jan 2020, and in terms of landing pages, I'd say around 40% of them are landing pages. The remaining 60% would be corporate websites. There is one insurance broker who has made a 34-pager website on our platform.
Fantastic. Okay, and what are your operating costs? And it says your percentage of full-time employees. Okay, so how many of your employees are full-time versus part-time, I guess? And what is the attrition or drop-off rate for unsubscribe so people? What is your churn, I guess, the question. So what is your churn of customers?
The beautiful part is I've shared the customer churn rate on this slide. As you can see at the bottom, 10% per month is our churn rate for Bana. We're talking about 5% for Serverfellows, because once you get your email hosting or any kind of web hosting from us, a user only switches to another platform if they have a bad experience or if they're not able to send or receive emails. And for Designo, it's 30%. So not because they have a bad experience, but because at times they don't have any more work to be done. So let's say you get a client who comes on board for just a logo and a few creatives, right? At the end of the first month, maybe there are no more requirements in terms of design. So they unsubscribe and they come back after 6 months and resubscribe for another set of tasks. And therefore the churn rate of Designo is 30%. At the graph that you see on the above this churn rate, we have assumed the net monthly subscribers. So we have taken into account that we will be losing a certain number of clients every month, and this is the net number that we intend to achieve.
Perfect. I think that answers that pretty well. Okay, and what percentage? Okay, so on the same subject, what percentage of customers, or how many customers, have been with you for over 6 months?
The beautiful part about Bana is that usually when a customer comes, they pay for the entire year, right? So it's once they stick around for the entire year, and the 10% churn rate is based on the stat that we've had. So we've got, I think I'll talk about last year, probably June is when the first set of clients renewed. On an average, we've got 9% of them not renewed. The remaining 91% of them renewed for the next year.
Okay,
that's for Bana.
And how big do you think the UAE and GCC markets
are? See, it's one of the interesting stats is that a lot of small businesses who are coming online right now, they are moving from your self-hosted websites to cloud-hosted websites because of the convenience. And this market is likely to double across the globe. So at the moment, I'll talk about the global market share, something around $6.5 billion. And it is poised to grow at $13 billion in the next 5 years. And as I said, the concept is very scalable. So yes, when we start with UAE and GCC, all we need to do is just get our processes right, get our campaigns right, get our lead generation campaigns, get our conversion rates right, and then replicate the same model across different geographies. So we're not only looking at GCC. Yes, we'd like to be the leader in the market, in the GCC market, primarily because there's no other major player out there, right? So we have that first move advantage. But once we establish ourselves in GCC, the next move is to probably look at other regions.
Perfect. And okay, do you have any account managers that speak Arabic?
We do.
Perfect. Okay. What is the size of your offshore team? Is everything managed in-house, or are you currently outsourcing or under any reseller arrangement?
So one of the things that we have consciously decided is to have 100% remote team in long term, right? At the end of the day, we want the processes in place in such a way that we could just replicate the same processes. So at the moment, we've got 10 designers. I've got 3 designers based out of Dubai and 7 designers working on our payroll, right? From countries like India, Vietnam, Philippines, Sri Lanka. The reason we have remote designers from these particular countries is because the time zone is similar to UAE. But however, if we decide to venture into, say, a country like USA, we will start hiring a remote team of designers from Argentina, Mexico, and other places where the time zone could be in line with the geography we are targeting.
Perfect. And is there a commitment for subscription? So do you have to commit to that full year?
We have a cancel anytime policy, except for Bana, which is a yearly thing. We will, however, switch once we have our own self-serving e-commerce platform up and running. Then we will give an option for users to have a monthly subscription without any kind of long-term contracts. At the moment, we have a 1-year contract since we're just starting out. But in the near future, we'll have monthly contracts with, as I mentioned earlier, cancel anytime policy.
Fantastic. So I think that pretty much covers it. There's quite a lot there, but thank you for the quick and quick, concise, but thorough answers, Dushyant. And thank you also for the presentation.
Thank you.
So again, the entire proposal for BHATIA Labs is available on the Eureeca.com website. And if you want to dive into more of the financials or details, there's also an option to request those private documents, which I'm sure Dushyant will accept.